Hey guys, I'm Beck. Welcome to Beck's Life. If you saw last week's video, you already know that I'm moving. I decluttered being a homeowner by selling my house, and I am moving into an apartment in the middle of a city. If you want to watch that video, go ahead and watch it. I'll try and link it in the description box down below. It's difficult to say for some reason. So with moving comes the promises of new experiences, excitement for a fresh start. But before all of that goodness, you have to actually move. You know, pack up all your stuff, load it into a truck, and do the actual physical act of moving. This will be my 15th move in my adult life. Yes, I have moved 15 times in the past 25 years. I'm kind of a pro at this point, so I'd like to offer you my proness. Some of my moves were across the country, some of my moves were across an ocean. I have moved a lot, and even as a minimalist, you never know how much stuff you have until you try to pack it all up and move it. Right, let's get right into it. Tips and tricks for a smoother, minimal move. Number 1, start early. You may be thinking, it'll take me a few days to pack up. I don't know, maybe you're right. But here's the thing. How many of us actually have a few days with no interruptions to just do nothing but pack? I like to start early so I'm not caught rushing and just throwing crap in boxes at the last minute. I started packing about 3.5 weeks before our actual move date. This gave me time to steam clean things, repair things, paint things, get rid of things before the move, and the stress of, finding where all these things go and reorganizing and finding a new grocery store and a doctor and a mechanic and a chiropractor and my favorite gluten-free bakery. Which brings me nicely to my next tip. Go through everything. By starting early, you give yourself that mental time and energy to really go through your items. Dump out every box, go through every cabinet. If you have a small container filled with Tupperware lids, dump the container out, go through the lids, see if there's something that doesn't belong anymore, clean the container, then pack the things away. Dump out anything that's holding your toiletries or your office supplies. Go through it. Pick up each thing, look at each individual item, and ask yourself, do I need this? Do I want to take this with me into my new life? What I like to do is anything that's in a container, take it out, clean the container, pack the containers separately. That way when I move, I'm not moving old systems of organization with me. I have the containers all in the same place so that when I move, I can reorganize according to my new space. Don't take what is weighing you down into your fresh start. Don't have a lot to pack and unpack. Okay, so this kind of goes with my previous tip, but then again, it does stand alone as well. By being ruthless, it is making your move easier. It's easier to pack up less stuff. It is easier to unpack less stuff. I know you're moving to a new space, so you're not 100% sure exactly what you might need in what area or in what way, but keeping a couple of extra hooks because you might need them for the back of a door somewhere is different than keeping the little extra bag that came with your backpack 3 years ago that you've never used. Generally speaking, the things that we need to keep for just in case for a little while since we're moving are usually pretty few and far between. There's not a whole lot of them. Keep your curtains because you're not 100% sure what you're going to need where. But that ugly serving platter you got at like your bridal shower or something 20 years ago, yeah, that can go. Those jeans that don't fit anymore, that's not going to change in your new place. These are the items that will just give us that sense of ugh as we unpack them. You don't want that moving into your new space. So make it easier on yourself in the coming and the going and just pack less. Get rid of it all. I am a minimalist here after all. Go to the liquor store. Y'all do not get too excited about this one. It's not what you think. While there may come a time during packing when you really feel like going to the liquor store for some actual liquor, I am mentioning this because they have the best boxes. They're a really great size for books, breakables, dishes, plates, cups, and they're really nice and sturdy. They're also really great to pack things like toiletries and small appliances. They're so great for books. This is my favorite box for books. Although every neighbor I've ever had probably thinks I'm an alcoholic at first. But once I tell them this tip, they're sold for life. Lists, lists, lists. This word is huge. Even if you're not a natural list maker like I am, when you are moving, there are just an inordinate amount of things to think about. I will make lists about what order I want to pack things in, a grocery list for my new place, things I need to do like school registration, change of address, turning off and turning on utilities at the old and new place. I also make lists of doctors, mechanics, chiropractors, cool restaurants I want to check out, extracurricular activities for the kids, parks that they would want to go to, just kind of anything. At a time like this when there's just so much changing and going on, your brain really can have trouble keeping up. So my brain tends to go in circles. I will remember that I have to do something, freak out about it, and then forget. Maybe a day or two later, I will remember, freak out, and forget. So in order to break this cycle, I just write it down. I usually have anywhere from 6 to 10 lists going during a move. The last and first box. The last and first box is something that I came up with many years ago. It is a small-ish box that I keep usually next to my bed or somewhere that it's kind of out of the way of the rest of the stuff that's being packed up, but that I see very often. This box is where baggies of screws for furniture go. It's where cords go, remotes, modem, router, all those lovely lists you just made, important paperwork, and anything else that you want to have up until the last minute and right away as soon as you move. It's called the last and first box because it's the last box on the truck and the first box off. It's also really useful because we all know, inevitably, you move the sofa or whatever and find a random cord, put it in the last and first box. The last tip is focus on the good of the new. When moving, even if you love where you currently live, even if you're a little torn about the whole move thing, focus on the good of the new place you're going to. There is good and there is bad everywhere. So even if you're not excited about this, there's got to be something you're looking forward to. This is just a little trick to help your mind prepare for what's to come. Moving is inevitably stressful, no matter how prepared you are, no matter how ready you are, no matter how excited you are, no matter how long you've been planning this move. There's a lot of stress, a lot of things to do. So since this move is happening, you might as well really focus on that positive. Research your new country, city, state, town, neighborhood. Maybe think about the new home you're moving into if you're not moving far. What would be great about the new setup? How can you rearrange the furniture? And be sure to plan something fun within the first couple days of moving, even if it's just as simple as checking out a new restaurant or going on a walk around your new neighborhood. It gives you something to look forward to about the new place. Kind of a little countdown, like a Christmas present. So there you have it. I'm not looking at the camera. So there you have it. The 7 tips and tricks this minimalist has given you for a smoother, easier, more minimal move. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. Don't forget to show the like and subscribe buttons just a little bit of love. Help this little channel grow. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. So next week is officially the big move. I may or may not be posting a video that week, but either way, come back soon because there will be an apartment tour very soon. All right, I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye. I couldn't rent a U-Haul boat and drive it across the Pacific. If I could have, I probably would have, though. Go. There you are. So, I don't know what to do with my hands. This is awkward.